Morning, Steve here in Chicago with the morning grain comment. Well, it's Friday. Yesterday we had a kind of a surprise day with beans down hard. Funds were net sellers of about 21 to 23,000 bean contracts, 8,000 meal and 8,000 oil. So we dropped below a lot of support levels, and for some chartists this suggests that we could continue to trend lower. The problem is that it wasn't because of a rain or because of a cancellation of sales or anything like that. It was because of political unrest in Brazil. There was rumors that after yesterday's close, the Brazilian president was going to resign. He came out and said no, that he was not going to resign, and everything that was presented about him was untrue. Sounds kind of familiar as far as Washington and U.S. political issues are concerned. But the real dropped pretty hard yesterday. Farmers sold almost 3 million tons of beans yesterday, which would be a record for them in one given day. The interesting thing now is that there is talk that the real could continue to decline, and that farmers may wait until the bottom before they sell any additional beans. We actually had a little bit of a bounce overnight with beans up anywhere from 6 to 8 cents. Corn's up 3, wheat's up 2, and I think in general what we're seeing is a concern about weather here in the United States. We've got rains right now, parts of Nebraska, Iowa, west central Illinois that will move across the east in the next couple of days. The big thing about the forecast over the next 2 weeks is going to be colder than normal. It may not be quite as much rainfall, but it's not really the best conditions for wheat or emerging or growing corn. It is interesting that the USDA came out with, and NOAA came out with a June-July forecast that basically calls for normal rains and maybe normal to above temps. So I think that would be good for the crops if that's realized. Other news, rains in Argentina may be slowing harvest there. There's also some concern about some warm, dry conditions in China and what that could mean there. And we'll also be watching pretty closely what the funds do with their positions. They're short probably about 50,000 beans, 214,000 corn, and 114,000 wheat. Also, it's interesting to note that they came out with a June-August European and Black Sea weather forecast calling for hot and dry conditions. So if you're a U.S. farmer, that's probably a pretty good forecast as far as prices are concerned if you're growing a normal crop. So anyway, we're trying to bounce a little bit from yesterday's sell-off in the beans. We're watching Brazil pretty closely. It probably is the major nearby factor in the bean market. Corn and wheat putting a little premium in the market because of U.S. weather. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services, and have a safe and profitable trading day.